Welcome back to the RVA Running Man podcast. I am your host, Devin Haskins. I'd like to thank you for lending me your ear for this episode. This episode, I wanted to discuss my 5 benefits of running a race. And first, I wanted to kind of go over what gave me this idea. A few months ago, I had ran my first turkey trot race. And what made this race special, it wasn't only, with it being my first turkey trot, it was my first race in nearly 2 years due to COVID. So, I had almost forgotten about how what the racing experience felt like until I pulled up to the event, and as soon as I did, some of those familiar feelings of excitement and nervousness all came rushing back to me. First race for 2 years, and it's a really good, exciting feeling to be out here. So really looking forward to doing this race. Glad I signed up for it. $10, you can't beat it. It's the Salisbury Presbyterian Church Turkey Waddle. So really looking forward to doing this today. I can remember that morning it was unseasonably warm for it to be November, and I normally arrive at racing events extra early so I can take in the sights, which I did. There were people that was dressed in turkey, full turkey outfits actually. So it's all Thanksgiving themed costumes, and had to be about 200 or 300 people. So it was a pretty pretty crowded race field. So everyone was pleasant, everyone was smiling, and like I normally do, I took my pre-race photo prior to the run, and I went in and I got into the race start, crowded in where everyone was. And this was a church that sponsored this event, so we did a prayer prior to the race.
Let's get this. Almighty God, we do thank you for this day, for the wonder, the beauty, the opportunity.
After that was done, we counted down and yelled out "Happy Thanksgiving."
3 of us say Happy Thanksgiving. We're ready to go. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
One thing that kind of sticks out to me is it was like a cascade of beeps. Everyone was syncing either their smartwatches or their phones for their mileage, and that cascade of beeps, it was a feeling of being home again. So that's what that race gave me the idea for this episode. So with that said, I will go over my 5 benefits to running a race. Benefit number 1 is tangible goal. If you've ever seen any good sports movie, usually the protagonist has some type of big event that they're training for, something that plays out in the final act of the movie. Uses like a prize fight or a dance battle or a big game, is some type of plot device that motivates the character and keeps us watching the movie through to the end. And racing, one of the best motivators in the running world is participating in a road or trail race event. It creates a tangible goal you can train for when you commit to any type of race. And any tangible goal can help keep you accountable with your training, and it gives you something to put on your calendar to look forward to accomplishing. So again, benefit 1, tangible goal. Benefit 2, you're in your element. The way I describe this is this. So when I first got my motorcycle license and started riding my bike on an open road, one thing that I noticed was most of the cyclists that passed by me would like nod or wave or flicker their headlights. And seeing that, that friendly gesture, it made me feel like I was part of a fellowship, like part of a brotherhood or sisterhood. And that friendly feeling, that's something that the same feeling that I get when I participate in a race. When I'm at a race, I'm amongst other runners. I'm in my element. I'm with like-minded people. Now, I said like-minded, meaning people that is doing a hobby, something that I love to do, which means there are people that speak my same language. So it makes me, I'm in a familiar environment. So that's what racing, one of the benefits that I feel racing brings to you. It brings you around people that is doing something that either you've picked up or something that you've done for most of your life. And that's a really great feeling to me. Benefit 3 of running a race is meeting other runners. So like any social gathering or social event, racing events is a great place to meet new friends. So I've met a lot of great people and made some long-lasting friendships in races. And in most my situations is usually, I've met friends or made friends while I was hurting in the middle of a race, and I've paced people. And some races where I've helped pace other people that have been in the same situation as I am. And those are usually the longer races, but it's a really good place to meet other runners and make some long lasting friendships with people that's into running and racing just as you. Benefit number 4 to running a race is you can see some really nice places. So I've been fortunate enough to participate in some races in some really beautiful places. Some places I would have never considered going to, or the areas going to, unless it had this racing event. One of the best areas that I've gone to, or best states that I've gone to do a ultra race, was New Hampshire. I would have never thought of taking a vacation to New Hampshire unless it was for the race that I did. I mean, I saw mountains, lakes, nice small coffee shops, the rustic feel. It was a great place that I would have never thought of going to if it wasn't for the race. So if you have the means to travel abroad to do a race, do so. I think it's something that benefits all runners if you're able to travel and do a race and see the world while you're doing your running. All right, my 5th and final benefit to running a race is it's fun. When it boils down to it, unless you're a professional athlete, we run because we love it and it's fun. Racing is the icing on top of the cake. It's the party you have to look forward to. It's that when you put that star on your calendar or whatever type of marker or way that you track it and do your countdown, you have like that childlike anticipation. At least I know I do, just waiting for that day, for that event. So go ahead and put a couple of races on your calendar and plan for it, because I know it's something that can help motivate any runner, and again, it's fun and something that you won't regret. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. I'm really looking forward to what I have planned for 2023. I think you will too. So some new stuff that I have in the works, and should be a fun year. So as always, everyone be safe on the roads and trails. Until next week, I will speak to you later. Peace.